Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to another episode of War Hospital. We are getting very close to the end of the opening chapter. As you can see, HQ orders survive until that day. It's now just one day away and we are closing in on the big guns as well. It's the last remaining scout mission for this chapter. But apart from that, we've still got a lot of patients to deal with, as you can see. Huge backlog of people in treatment and waiting to be assigned to treatment at the moment. Just do not have any supplies available to treat them right now. I have got some notes available, but I desperately want to try and squeeze in a little bit more upgrades where we can as well. Is there anything I can really afford? I've got 7 notes now. Someone else has just been released. Is there something that needs a lot of notes but doesn't need a lot of materials that we could squeeze in? Reducing construction time, that would be useful. That would definitely be useful. Maybe expanding our accommodation. Oh, we don't have the materials for that. What about healing? Can't do either of the next stages of those wards. I really want to get the chemical ward up and running ASAP. Rehabilitation centre, no. Oh, the tourniquet. Yes, let's get the tourniquet up and running. Let's send Odin off on that one. And let's bring William back and get him on a break. How long do I have to wait for my next freight shipment? Let's have a look. Oh, not long. Not long at all. A minute. That's good. Patience for the trenches. Patience for HQ. Let's get some time going a little bit quicker. Food is a little low. There's another chit through as someone else goes off to HQ. Do need to start getting more of these patients through ASAP. Got 1 in surgery at the moment. No one in surgery there yet. And in surgery there. So I've got 2 more patients to come. Oh, in fact, there we go. That's 2 patients coming out of surgery. Is that one going to the? That's one going to the cemetery. New patient taken in there. All right, who are these 2 new ones? I can send both of those to the trenches, and then we'll take 2 out of the trenches here and send them to HQ. There we go. Let's go with 3. There we go. So we are going to need to reallocate at least 1 more 3 Chevron soldier back to the trenches again, just to make sure we're at blue strength. We've got another patient coming through now. Someone else being released off to HQ. Let's have a look. Evie. Let's get her into surgery. Let's give Madison a break. Let's also give Madeline a break as well. And there we go. That's our extra replacement for the trenches. They will all still drop in plenty of time before the next attack. We've got a simplification on that surgery. So we can follow the normal procedure, or we can give him a much more extended recuperation, and that reduces the chances of him coming back with the same issue again at some other point. So we'll do that. I don't know if that would carry over either into the next chapter. I'm assuming it probably wouldn't. I think it pretty much empties the trenches out again once we finish this campaign chapter. Ready for us to fill them back up again at the start of chapter 2. But we'll give him the rest he needs anyway. we're still just a little bit below having a perfect 2-to-1 ratio. 136 saved, 69 failed. So we need 2 more successes to get that up to a proper 2/3 ratio. Another patient was sent to HQ. I've got 9 notes again now, so I do need some more freight supplies. Some more trauma supplies, so we'll order some more of those. Let's also order some more surgical supplies. There we go, that's those 9 notes used up straight away. Oh, an ambulance, that means we've had more patients dropped off. On the other side, so continuing on with our hunt for the big guns. The warehouse turns out to be a large complex of sheds and storage spaces created to store munitions and artillery parts, built to be easily defensible. For a small unit like theirs, there is little hope for a quick and easy victory. Regardless of the odds, Harris is adamant that they need to storm the warehouse. There should be documents inside that might contain intel on the current enemy movements. A gold mine full of TNT, boys, as Harris puts it. The scout commander is not so sure, as the only way to take the encampment is to storm it without any cover or support. He offers an alternative. They should wait and observe, likely to spot transport bound for the artillery camp. They can then follow it and gain information without losing a single man. If we follow the transport, then that is going to extend our journey. If we agree to storm the warehouse, it's risky. We could lose a lot of casualties, including our scouts, not just Harris's men, but we could get a lot of extra materials. However, I don't know if we're actually going to get time to bring those back. We're going to follow the transport and see what happens here. He might actually go against us. He might just storm it on, on his own. We'll see. At first, Harris dismisses the scout commander's proposition impatiently. They need intel from inside, he expresses firmly. The commander, however, is patient. He reminds Harris of the true goal of their mission, which is too important to fail. It takes some time, but Harris finally desists from storming the warehouse. The scouts are sent to observation platform positions, and the wait begins. It is, however, brief, as artillery shells that can only be used only by powerful guns of forward artillery are being loaded into trucks. It seems that Lady Luck was on their side. Regardless of his reluctance, Harris admits that the scout commander was right in his judgment. Excellent stuff. So, it looks like we're going to get back underway almost immediately. Let's see if we can switch the teams over here. So let's send them that way. That's going to take 26 hours. And we'll call these guys back to the hospital. That's going to take 32 hours. Ooh. Even with the dog. But hopefully we can get those extra reserves of materials and stuff through and do something with them before we run out of time. Food is definitely an issue. Got 3 more chits, so I'm going to have to order 3 more batches of food, because that will not last very long at all. Not at all. Has that put us into medium? No, we're still on normal rations. That's okay. How is our construction coming along? Both projects are going. Let's get more medical supplies underway. Our shipment is due to arrive in about 3 hours. Just keep an eye on how people are doing in here. Everyone looks okay. Got one serious patient. Need more medicine. A couple more trauma patients. Let's set a rest point. There we go. So I'm going to have to order yet more trauma supplies. That's frustrating. I could just deny them treatment, but I don't really want to do that. We've got a simplification. Chance to decrease the cost by 2. Excellent. Yes, take that option. our nurses doing? We should have 2 to go back in. So Madison needs to go back into surgery. Madeline needs to go there, I believe. I think. Let me double check. Madison is operations, yes, and Madeline is CCS. So yes, I got that. I think. Yes, I did. I got it the right way around. Let's move Isabel out for a break now, and we'll move Elsie out for a break as well. Let's move over to HQ. Got a complication. I don't have the increased materials available, so we're just going to have to proceed as is and hope he survives. No. Is the answer. Whoops. Once again, our 2-to-1 ratio is just eluding us. It's very, very close. Just one patient short. We should be able to bring these off breaks now. So Isabel back there and Elsie back here at the rehab. A simplification. Let's slow it down just a touch. That's going to make that operation a breeze. It's going to be touch and go whether those scouts are going to make it back here in time. And even if they do, I don't think we'll be able to do anything with them, unfortunately. Just don't think we'll have the time. Bit of a shame. Bit of a shame. Is this materials coming in? Yes, it is. This might be my last shipment, wasn't it? Yeah, that was my medical shipment coming in. So I'm still 5 short, but one more shipment will get everyone in the trauma wing dealt with. Let's start to schedule some of these patients now. Let's move this stable patient up one. In fact, he is only a 1-star, isn't he? Let's drop him back. Let's bring this one up. There we go. And not that patient, that one. Drop him in there. And the rest are all 1s. Let's go there. And there. And there. And there. And there we go. We have actually scheduled everybody, which means we're about to get swarmed with yet more patients, no doubt. Let's have a look. Yes, we got 13 more coming in about 5 hours, 5 minutes. Okay, that's not going to clear all of those people that are waiting, which is frustrating. How are we doing on our medical crews? Let's move those over. I don't think we're going to need anyone up in ADS anymore. Let's bring them down to the cemetery. How are we doing down here? Everyone's buried. That's good. And we are now slightly over the 2-to-1 ratio. We've got 141 saved against 70 lost. What can we do? Use the electromagnets. It's a longer operation. We'll just go with the find it manually. Shorter operation. Or shorter extension to the operation, but no change to the rehab. We need to get people out of surgery quickly. It doesn't matter how long it takes them to rehab. We just got to clear up the OR space. Here comes an ambulance. Yeah, we get some pretty serious casualties, no doubt. simplification, shorter rehab. Okay. Yeah, these guys have been shot up pretty good. Right. This one's going to deteriorate very quickly. I'll push him forward. And Orlina is also going to deteriorate pretty quickly. Let's push him to there. Move the rest point to there. Okay. Got people waiting for a decision. Oh, wow. Yeah, 3 people. There we go. 2 chits, 348 freight supplies. It's not really enough to do anything, I don't think. Well, it's nothing of any real value. Although I could. Actually, yeah, let's make sure we've got enough space to go from the 4 engineers that we have to 8. So that we've got the option of hiring an additional engineer. We have got those 2 leftover staff permits that we need to make sure we use up before we end this chapter. But I would dearly love to be able to get either the ability to start making trauma supplies done now, or maybe even upgrade one of the specialist wards, the chemical or trauma ward. Preferably the chemical. Another simplification, another shorter rehab. More freight is coming in about 5 hours. More patients coming in just under 3. Let's check our nurse situation. Needs a break. Actually, they both need a break. These 2 are fine. Elsie's fine. Engineers we just sorted. Medics move over. Leave it that for now. Actually, I don't need 2 medical teams in the cemetery. Let's move them over as well. And they see the scouts will not get back before the final attack, so we will not get those extra resources in time. And even if we could, say we wouldn't have time to really do anything with them, which is a little frustrating. But you know, just couldn't get the scouts out quick enough, unfortunately. Morale's at 70% right now. We've got a complication. We can't discard the dodgy meds, so we're going to have to carry on with that batch and hope that the patient doesn't die on the table. Who is the patient? Zohan. You don't mess with a Zohan. Although somebody has decided to mess with his meds. Let's keep an eye out, see if he dies. Oh, here come those patients. I can see the medics all swarming to the train. There's a lot of extra chits available. Let's once again order some more supplies. Let's get 1 more food. That'll keep me going. 1 more trauma. And then 2 more surgical supplies. And hopefully that's the last time I need to do that. Hopefully. Just as we were almost cleared with all the patients, here come a whole boatload more. Well, train load, I suppose, would be a more apt description. I'm going to wait till they're all in. Oh, hello. Got an opportunity. What is said opportunity? Provide 12 alcohol and get more staff permits. Okay. This time we are going to try and take advantage of that. We've got time. Let's immediately order more alcohol. And then cash that in. All of the patients are all good right now, but varying degrees of wound. This one is definitely not worth the effort. Very, very time-consuming. I say time. It's a 3-hour operation-ish, but it's a 5-star difficulty, which means there's a very strong chance that he'll die on the table. He uses up 6 supplies. There's a very high chance of it getting complicated as well, which would make it even more expensive or even longer. That's going to massively tire out the surgeon. We're going to deny him surgery. He's a 3 chevron. We want to try and save him. Going down, there's another 3 chevron down here. Now we're going to try and manipulate the queues again. Wearing out my surgeons. Anyone else on the 2 wounds that needs priority? I'm going to say not yet. Maybe this guy. Maybe Shravam. Let's drop him in. And now we'll play it by ear for a moment. I don't think I'm going to have time to do the upgrade I want to do to be able to buy another medic. What I want to do is either this one or this one, but they're half an hour each. I'm not going to be able to do it. Alright, so in that case, I can't afford any of these yet, but the time is relatively short. I could allocate, let's see, I'll have 4 permits. Do I have space for another nurse? I do. So we'll buy another nurse, and then we'll use the leftover point, the leftover staff permit, to add an additional scout to our 2-man team. So we've then got 2 3-man teams, rather than a 3-man and a 2-man. That's the plan. I think we're okay for medical teams so far. Plus, I don't think we've got the capacity for any more either. Let's see, we've got 7, so we've got, I think, capacity for 1 more. Let's give a break to our 2 teams that are looking a bit more tired. So we just need that booze to arrive. Let's get Willie Larson in there, and Nathaniel is not doing anything right now. That's okay. So I just need a couple more chits, and I can start work on the next staff expansion. Alright, we've got 4. That should be enough. Let's have a look. No, I need 6, don't I? I need 2 more. Am I going to have enough supplies left when that happens? Zohan did die, so someone messed with his meds and he died on the table as a result. Couldn't do anything about that one, unfortunately. Up to 7 chits. Improvements. No, I don't have the supplies. Oh dear. Gonna wait till 7:57 now, which is nearly 5 minutes. But the booze is about to turn up, which means we're about to get the extra permits. There we go, booze is here. Let's give them the alcohol. And let's order a new nurse. There we go. Let's find our two-man team. Oh, our two-man team's travelling. So, just to make sure that we don't lose that scout. Why? Oh, I might have I hit my limit. Oh, I haven't got the... No, I have got the extra permit. Why wouldn't it let me add a scout? Is it because they're not here at the hospital? Oh, don't tell me that's the reason. Oh, they're still moving. Ah, that's why. They're still moving. All right, we've got 10 hours. We've just, I think, just got time to order that extra scout for the two-man team, which is on maneuvers to the big guns. We're going to agree to additional sterilization to boost morale. That's more important than the 4 supplies right now. More patients by ambulance. More people getting shot pretty heavily. Someone from chemical. Let's throw him in. We've got enough trauma supplies now to deal with both of those patients. I'm trying to find who to prioritise. I'm going to prioritise the patients who give me the biggest return. Alright, come on with the freight. Next train coming in will be our freight supplies. Longer rehab. Another patient release. We've got 9 chits now. Just need those freight supplies. I misjudged it. Okay, so we've got another another minute and a half to go. We should still have enough left in our current stash to facilitate the upgrade. Another patient died because we said no chance. And now we're once again just below the ratio. Oh, there we go. We've hit it again. 75 to 150. Doesn't sound great when you think about it in that return, does it? You know, we managed to save 2/3 of the patients. We lost, 33% of our patients. There is our new nurse. Let's see, where do we want to allocate her? Probably here. Oh, I haven't put these guys back in the OR. No wonder everyone keeps dying. Ruby Moon is our new nurse. We'll throw her into the rehab centre. There's our freight supplies. Right, let's get nurse room enhancement up and running because we're now out of space to hire more nurses. We'll get Nathaniel working on that. Let's put Grindon back in here so he uses up less supplies. Let's take Odin out and then see, is there anything else I can do that just needs time and chits? Yeah, we can do the truck depot in prep for the start of the next one. That's 7 and 150. It's a shame I can't afford that because that would be quite a good one to have. Can't afford that. Can't do the map boards because I can't afford that one. Could get the amputation bay. Can't do either of those two because I haven't done the chemical ward yet and I don't have the time or the resources for that one. I could do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do anything else in housing. I'm just not going to have the resources in time. I think we pretty much hit the wall of what we can actually get done. Let's start the truck garage. Let's assign Nathaniel to that for now. Let's go back to healing and let's get the trauma ward done. Let's put Odin on that one. I'm going to take William off of treatment or pharmaceutical supplies and put him on there to get all three projects going. And is there anything else I can get queued up as well? Yeah, the surgery ward, that's a 3-minute job. That's a quick one. Let's take Grindon out as well. Let's just do everything like that and just see how we do. Nurse is leveling up. Let's make her funny so that others working with them perform better. Because I'm always going to have at least 2 in CCS. Want to make sure all those projects get done in time. Speeding up the rehab process now with those with that second nurse in here. I'm going to leave Elsie in there. We're so close to the end now. Need the boost. They're tired. Let's take them out. Give them a break. Let's move Moore and Ross back onto CCS. There's nobody up here, is there? No, good. Ambulance has dropped off 2 more patients. I'm just going to try now and not do any more surgeries if I can. Just focus on making sure that these upgrades go through in the time that we have left. No one's looking like they're about to keel over, so we'll just leave them in limbo. Three minutes till the scouts are done. Alright, it's one project done. So let's put Odin on the amputation tools. Let's put Grindon back up here. Gonna move Odin actually down to the nurse's room, because that's going to take a little bit longer. There we go. And now we can move Odin back onto the garage. Get that done. That's 25 seconds to go. And now it's a question, can we get that last upgrade, the nurse's room, done before the attack happens? And we've got 3.5 minutes or so to go. It's 5 minutes. We can just about do this. Get that in before the final attack at the end of the chapter. And remember, I've got to get that scout assigned as well. Hopefully he'll arrive before the end. Okay, truck garage is done. Screw it, let's put them all on there. Speed it up as much as we can. Wait for the scouts to pop. Alright, there we go. On the way to the artillery camp. The German has found forward artillery camp consisted of around 2 batteries worth of cannons lined up in neat rows with a stack of shells beside each, covered with a tarpaulin. It was hidden in the remains of an open pit mine deep in the woods, guarded by multiple anti-aircraft guns, guard stations, and at least 2 platoons of German soldiers. An overwhelming force, impossible to defeat even with the full force of Harris's unit. The scout team knows that they have no way of defeating this force, and their only course of action is to return to HQ and notify them about the camp's position. HQ will provide 4 permits and 2 staffing permits. Ooh, that complicates things. Harris looked at the camp and whistled silently in wonder. Damn big camp they have there, don't you think, boys? He smiled, and then took the commander aside. Your boys should stay put when we deal with the camp, just in case the plan fails. He proposed, but with a tone that left little room for objections. The scout commander, surprised by this proposition, wanted to refuse, but ultimately agreed to Harris's plan. He should not put his men and the entire mission into jeopardy solely for the glory of battle. Not long after the scouts retreated, a firefight could be heard from the German camp, multiple short skirmishes rather than a big battle. Then a giant explosion shook the earth and trees. Returning to the German camp, the scouts could see the damage. The entire open mine was destroyed, the artillery cannons buried under rocks and dirt. And then there was Harris with some of his men proudly steering at the rubble. I'm guessing that's supposed to be staring. Staring at the rubble, smiling grimly. HQ will be pleased the enemy artillery camp was killed. We'll get another 2 staff permits, another 6 chits for finishing this mission. And everybody gets a big morale boost. Oh, that really does make things interesting. Okay. I can't call in extra scouts. Because they're on their way to HQ. I'm going to lose these permits. Alright, so now I've got I haven't got back yet, so I haven't earned the permits yet. Oh, I'm not going to get them, am I? Oh, that sucks. I've got to wait 5 minutes for one scout team to get back, and they're not going to get back in time, and the team on the way to HQ is over a day away, so I think I've lost those permits. permanently, I think. That's annoying. I'm going to have to make sure I don't waste that. I'm going to order one final medical team just to use up what we've got. And say hopefully that will arrive in time. Nurse's room is done. Those 4 permits would have been an extra nurse. Or it could have been a lot of extra scouts. Push both teams up to 5-man teams, but yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Right, let's bring this chapter to a conclusion. Let's level up our nurse first. Let's make her work much better at rehabilitation centre.
Fire!
Alright, got 40 seconds to go. Got 13 permits. No time left to do anything else. Well, at least we got the nurse's room done. So we can use some of the permits at the start of the next chapter to bring in a couple of extra nurses if we want to. I'll probably keep some of those staff permits in reserve. 23 wounded in the trenches right now. $24. And there we go. Chapter 1 is complete. So we saved 155 patients. We took in 5 civilians. We lost 76 patients. So we actually ended up with a slightly better than 2/3 ratio there. We got the humanitarian award because we saved more than we killed, and we ended up with an efficient hospital as well. Not bad. Not bad at all. That is the end of chapter 1. It's the end of tonight's episode. I will be back very, very soon with the start of chapter 2. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more War Hospital very soon.